Hey guys, I know I haven't posted a video in a while, but I've been sucked back into the philosophy of Henri Bergson, which normally in my spare time I make videos. Uh, Lately, I've been kind of discouraged for one reason, which I'll explain in a bit, and I've been distracted for another reason, which is because of, well, partly motivated by uh, Henri Bergson. This is one of his main books called Matter and Memory. It's written in 1896. It's still relevant, I think, today. Just his argument style, as well as some of the arguments he makes. He studies the neuroscience and physiology of his day and critiques the. Um, it's basically on matter and memory, the relationship between mind and matter and material. And he's the whole time he's criticizing both the idealist position that everything that matter is mind, and he's critiquing the materials position that mind is simply matter. Those are always interesting positions, the ones that weave a third way. But like I said, I've been kind of discouraged because I recorded a long, half an hour long video reading from what was my last series, which was by Husserl, Analyses Concerning Passive and Active Synthesis. And I can't figure out for the life of me. I used to be good at computers. I can't figure out. I can't find a good program that will let me chop a video file into 3 segments of 10 minutes each so that I can upload it into YouTube. So if you know of any free Windows, sorry, I have Windows computer, which is probably why it's so difficult to figure out. I think I had it done once, but then it uploaded and it was corrupt, and I don't know. It was only like 30 seconds long instead of being 9 minutes each long, the videos. So if you have any advice on that, please send me a message on Facebook. Second thing I wanted to do was to talk about Henri Bergson's philosophy. There's been a lot of talk about, what do we mean by consciousness, and a lot of stuff on evolution. Well, Bergson had his own ideas on evolution, and he was probably his most popular book was published in 1907, and it was called Creative Evolution. And that's still, I think, a really relevant and of course, we've done much more research now, so we understand things, or we have a different understanding um, in so many different fields compared to science in 1907. That is, and but even still, his ideas uh, are so they're so different and yet somehow sober. They lead you into these very different conclusions than you would get from a Darwin or Darwinian or neo-Darwinist approach to evolution. At any rate, consciousness was the his original forte, was his original topic, which he wrote on. He wrote his PhD dissertation on that, and then later on he wrote a book that you just saw was called Matter and Memory. Both of these were very, very influential. But he also published a book full of essays, and it was in the name of the book is called Mind Energy, or at least that's the English translation of it. And it's a series of essays, and this one that I'm going to read is from 1912, and you know, basically you're going to see how a couple things I want to point out. One is how Bergson has just this very interesting uh, theory of what about the mind and its relationship to matter. Two would be his method, his writing style, which is I think fantastic. It's like silk, reading silk. It's just so it flows, and the way that he writes resembles his philosophical stance, which is basically he's all about time and duration, and how he juxtaposes, well, he delineates the difference between experience time, which he calls duration, which is a continua from the scientific conception of time, which is discrete moments and points that you can plot on a Cartesian graph or something, or symbolize using you can use symbols to represent. And he's thinking at a time when these he, no one's really thought about the consciousness of time and time and the time of consciousness and how it and he makes it into this metaphysical principle that duration is like the source uh, of all energy and is the source of this tendency for life to differentiate itself into these new and creative and novel processes, and that we're all partaking of this expression, this creative and unpredictable and not at all mechanistic picture of the universe, where duration is this force that's pushing itself, through and evolving creatively. So pay attention to that, and his writing, like I said, is like that. He's constantly setting up these themes, these little like these kind of like images he puts up, and then he sort of circles around them, and he's branching off in all different directions, and he's he's crazy, but I like it. I think he's nice to read as a change of pace from what's usually going on. Anyway, let's start reading it. The name of this essay, I'm trying to figure out how long have I been reading this or recording this? Damn. Um, so, but hey, you know what? I'm gonna start a new video because I can't figure out how long this video is, but I'll be reading that in the next video. And please let me know if you know of any videos or any software programs that will help me break this up. Sorry if this didn't have much content, but the next video will.